Good day, grade 8. Today is our computer 8 in week 4, fourth quarter. My name is Mr. Rinaldo B. Malimban. And our lesson for today is to continuing the part of the Photoshop in the sense of the selection, text, drawing, and color tools. In this objective, that the student to be able to create a Photoshop document from scratch using the painting workspace. Differentiate between color moves, apply gradients using the gradient tool, select colors using the swatches panel, paint and draw using a Photoshop brushes, adjust the hardness and diameter settings of the brushes. Let's talk about the select, text, drawing, and color tools. In the Photoshop selection tools, explain that selection tools are designed to select regions from the active layer. You can work on them without affecting the unselected areas. Each tool has its own individual properties, but the selection tools also share the number of options and features in common. Why? Because the selection tools lets you select entire object by clicking an object or dragging to enclose the object within the rectangular selection or marquee. So the following are guidelines in using selection tool. Is number 1, to select objects within a rectangular area. Drag and mark around the object or objects to select. 2. To add selections, hold down the Shift key while making additional selections. 3. To select everything on every layer of scene, select Edit Select All or press Ctrl plus A, and select all does not select objects on the locked or hidden layers or layers not on the current timeline. Number 4 is to select everything on every layer. Select Edit Select All or press Ctrl plus Shift plus A. 5. To select everything on one layer between keyframes, click a frame in the timeline. Take note, this is our quick tips. To select in selection tools, you can press the letter V key. That temporarily switch to selection tool when another tool is active. Hold down the Control key. So if you can try this, you have to select stroke, fill, group, instant, or text block, then click the object. Let's move on the Adobe Illustrator for beginners in the pre-transform tool. Now, in selecting the transport tool, we have to select connected lines and double click once of the lines, and select fill shape, its stroke outline, double click the fill. In the pre-transform tool, allow you can transfer graphic objects in Adobe Flash Professional, as well as a group, text blocks, and instances. Depending on the type of element you select, you can transform, rotate, skew, scale, or distort the element. So the pre-transform tool allows you to rotate, scale, resize, reflect, mirror image, share or slant, or distort an object. In addition, you can apply perspective and distortion to an object. In scale, scaling as object enlarges or reduces the object of horizontally and vertically, or both. To resize an object, first select the object on the stage, and then proceed as follows. So number 1, you have to select pre-transform tools scale option. Block the squares with appear the corner in the size of selection. B, position your cursor over one of the black squares and start dragging to scale the selection. As you drag the outward, the selection gets larger, while as you drag inward, the selection gets smaller. And to the end of transformation, click outside the selected object. That one, that is the transformation. Click the other selection object. And this is the example of scale tool. From selection gets larger, and while you drag inward, the selection get also smaller. Next is the skew object. In the skewing as object transforms in by slanting it along one or both axes. You can skew the object by dragging. To give your drawing slanted shape, first select the object on the stage and then proceed as follow. A. Select the pre-transform tools, rotate, and skew options, plus display a black bounding box around your selection. B. Position your cursor over the center handle and start dragging to skew the selection. C. To end the transformation, click outside the selected object. And this is the sample. Let's move on another view in rotate. Rotating an object turns it around its transformation point. The transformation point is aligned with the registration point, which defaults to the center of the object, but you can move the point by dragging it. To rotate an object, first select the object on the stage and then proceed as follows. A. Select the pre-transform tools rotate and skew option, plus display a black bounding box around your selection. And B. Position your cursor over any black square on the corner and start dragging to skew the selection. To end the transformation, click outside the selected object. Then this is how to rotate using Blender. That one. The example of transformation by the position of cursor over the black square. Next, let's move on another view, the hand and zoom tools. How to use the zoom tool and hand tool. In the hand tool is a little hand that you use to click and drag on your scene to move it around without using the scroll bars to right and bottom of the work area. This is especially useful when you are working with a large plastic movie or simply zoom in close to work area and need to scoot around a little bit to focus in different areas. The hand tool lets us pick the movie display window and place it in the desired location. It is especially helpful with movies whose dimensions are large and extend beyond the display area. In such cases, scroll bar usage can be quite cumbersome and hand tool is prepared. While the zoom tool, we can zoom in and out using the zoom tool. The shape of the mouse cursor changes depending upon the activated modifier. So the zoom is or out by specified percentage by selecting view, magnifications, and then choosing the percentage from the sub-menu or selecting percentage from zoom control in the upper right of the document window. So the scale with the stage that it fits completely inside the applications window. Select view, magnification, fit in window to show the contents of current frame, and select view, magnification, and then show all. So all you have to do is to double click the zoom tool and tools panel to reset magnification to 100. Take note, 100%. Select view, magnification, show a frame. So that is the entire stage. Now this is the view tools. In the hand tool, you have to drag stage to view another part of the document, while the zoom tool, zoom in or out to view less of the stage. To zoom out, hold down the Alt key windows. And this is the sample using the hand and the zoom tool. So the zoom tool allows you to view the entire stage on the screen or the view particularly area of your drawing at high magnifications. You can change the magnification level. The maximum of magnifications depends on the resolutions of your monitor and the document size. Another view is the using text tool. So these text tools create blocks on editable text. So the text tool creates blocks on editable text. You can set the text to read horizontally or vertically. You can also apply the variety or text attributes to text, including text and paragraph styles. So if you are try this, you have to add text to stage. Follow these steps. So take note of this view. Click the text tool from the tool panel. Click the stage of the spot when you want to text to start. Plus creates the resizable text box with a blinking insertion point, ready to enter the text. Each corner of the text box has draggable resize handle. The run handle in the upper right corner indicates the word wrap has been set on this text box. So if you start typing your text, that example of some text, or the example is this illustration from the word Latin music, the text box grows to accommodate whatever you type. When you finish typing, click elsewhere or stage of change tools. Plus hides the text box, leaving just the text visible. When you click this text with the selection tool, plus selects the text box so that you can reposition or to change the text attributes of directly, and to set font, point, size, style, and color. So using selection tools, select one or more text fields on the stage. In the property inspectors, the window properties, select the font from the family pop-up menu or the enter font name, and then enter the value for the font size. Then apply the bold, italic, or style. Select the style from the style menu. Select the font rendering method from anti-aliasing pop-up menu or directly below the color control to optimize the text. So to select all fill color for text, click the color control and do the following. Select the colors from the color menu and type the color by hexadecimal value in the box in the upper left corner. That's all for today. For more updates and clarification, please send a comment of my personal messenger. Thank you. My name is Mr. Rinaldo B.